Hello, good day, good evening. My name is Javier Borja, manager of Venture Capital TV, VCTV. And like every session, we're going to bring you the innovation, technology, and solutions you want to hear about. During all our sessions, you get it to hear directly from the CEOs or the founders of the projects. Today, I'm very glad to present a great, very interesting project in which blockchain meets real estate. And with this said, we have here FOHO represented by the two founders, Vijay Thomas and Roshan Da Silva. Gentlemen, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Javier, for having us over and really excited to be on the show.
Same
Fantastic.
here, Javier. Pleasure to be here, and a big shout out to the whole LATOKEN community.
Yeah, definitely, because this, if I am informed correctly, is your second show, correct?
Yes, yes. It's the
Yes,
second one.
And
absolutely. It's great to be back.
no, fantastic to have you back. And we have great news. We had a lot of things to share with our audience. And once again, to our audience, a reminder that your questions are welcome. The show is live across 5 media platforms. So wherever you're seeing us, please be interactive. Drop us your questions. And before we move on to the interview, as a reminder to the viewers, you can always see our previous shows and content by visiting latoken.com. Also, follow us on socials like Facebook and Twitter. If you're watching us on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button so you'll always be informed of the great content and even giveaways. As an important reminder to our viewers, anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. So please do your research before making any decision. It's your choices and your responsibility. Not any type of. Now, with that said and that out of the way, well, gentlemen, once again, thank you for being here. And let's start our round of questions. First one, the ones I like to start with. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and about the project?
Yeah. My name is Vijay Thomas. I live in Toronto, Canada, and I was the original founder of FOHO in a very different avatar. It started off as a real estate timeshare company where you had timeshare, but you could also own the underlying property. And this was in 2019. So we started off in Goa, where a lot of good things happened. Unfortunately, after which 2019 COVID hit, and we came up to 2021, and then I ran into the other gentleman on the screen here, Roshan De Silva, who happens to know quite a bit about real estate and holiday home, management, and he runs one of Asia's largest holiday home management company. So we got together and we were like, some of the stuff that we're doing, can be now amplified. We can do this much better. And we said, hey, why don't we put our heads together? And that's how we have the new FOHO, which is now fractional home ownership powered by the blockchain and the FOHO coin, which is our currency on the FOHO platform. So that's how we've done. We've evolved very quickly, and I think we're very excited. So Roshan can tell you the other part of the story.
Hey, absolutely. So I'm Roshan. I'm based in Bangalore, the Silicon Valley of India, and excited to be here. As Vijay mentioned, my last 10 years of my life has been primarily in intensely in the real estate space, creating, managing, and developing vacation homes in Asia. It's been an exciting journey, and I've been exposed to seeing some of the most beautiful parts of Asia and figuring out how quality real estate can be developed and people from across the world can come and stay in these properties. And so excited to be sharing some of my expertise with global real estate with your audience.
Perfect, fantastic. And actually, when I was reviewing your project, I was very interested on one side because personally I really like real estate. And on the other side, I found it really interesting that you were able to combine fractional ownership with blockchain. So I think in that point, it was really, really good and really, really interesting. Now, for our viewers, uh, real estate can be of interest, but maybe not all of them, not all of our viewers have expertise in it. So, Vijay, Until Roshan comes back, can you please tell us a little bit about the market? What's happening in real estate, and why is there a need to a little bit mix it with blockchain, and especially what is, for our viewers, fractional ownership?
Fantastic, and I'll get straight to it. So today, people have investments in crypto. They're talking about crypto investments being 200 trillion in some time. Depends on who you want to talk to. The numbers are big, mind-boggling numbers. So if you have money in crypto today, you have stable coin, you have the opportunity to get into meme coins, you have opportunity to invest in multiple things. So as you invest, as crypto investing it gets more mature, people are looking for diversity in your crypto portfolio. Now when you're looking for diversity in crypto portfolio, the stable coin is like a government bond, right? So it's a government bond. It gives you utility. It gives you guaranteed returns, but that is tied to the actual stable currency. So you want something better than stable coin, which is tied to real estate, and but not as widely speculative or widely fluctuating as some of the other meme coins and whatever. You might have made a lot of money in some of the meme coins. You want to take out some of that and diversify into another asset class, a sub asset class within crypto, is what we are calling real world asset backed tokens, which is what FOHO allows you to. You go to letsfoho.com, you can go and use crypto to buy real world assets. You can buy actual real estate, and today not many people can do that. If you want to buy real estate, you have to go and buy a big apartment or a villa or something like that. You need to know the place. Why do people not buy real estate in outside of their place where they live? Because there's too much risk. You don't know anything. But with our model, you can, with a click of a button, buy real estate in New York overlooking Central Park. You can buy a villa in Goa, a fraction of a villa in Goa, all of it for $10,000. You can buy all of this together. And guess what? If you buy a villa in Goa for, let's say, $1 million, and you get, let's say, 6% yield for the whole villa, if you put $10,000, also you will get 6% yield, because we manage it and we split it to all the owners. So you will get 600 dollars of your 10,000 investment every year. So we've simplified this. The asset is managed. You don't have to worry about anything. You get your yield at the end of the year. It is decentralized. Everybody that owns the villa token can decide, what, we've made a lot of capital appreciation, we want to sell it. They can sell it as well. So our tokens allow voting, so you can vote. And so it's very decentralized, and this is what we call a decentralized REIT. It's like a REIT but decentralized. And now Roshan's back. Roshan, you can take over and on what the decentralized REIT is.
Please do.
Yeah, absolutely. So Javier, as Vijay was saying, we are a decentralized REIT. In a REIT, you have a trust which is managed by a manager, and then there are beneficiaries of the trust who essentially have given their capital to the manager to invest in income producing assets. Here, with FOHO, the only difference is that there's no manager. You pick and choose the properties that you want in your REIT, and you decide the kind of risk profile and the kind of income that you want the assets to produce, and you curate that kind of an asset, a basket of assets into your portfolio. Now keep in mind, and I want to stress a little bit on what Vijay said. Today, you have people who believe in the crypto economy, and really, if you put your money into stable coins, you are not an investor, because what's going to happen is it's equivalent of keeping money in your checking account, because that money, which is like 100 USD US dollar or 100 USDT, is going to remain 100 USDT. it's not going to appreciate. It's guaranteed to not appreciate if the stable coin remains stable. The other cryptocurrencies, I think at some point of time, as people have built wealth, will have a sense that they have to take a portion of that wealth and diversify if they have to remain wealthy. And so today, the amount of real true cryptos, and I'm not talking about the stable coins, but the true cryptos and how they derive their value, is not, let me say that most people would not be comfortable with being able to rationally predict what the value is and what the value will be, and what is the income associated with that value. And as the crypto economy explodes, and today we are at a $2.5 trillion economy, and it's going to a $250 trillion economy, I feel a large portion of that wealth will need to be managed and put into the various assets that you or me in the real world put money into. So you will have a portion which is going into gold, like in the real world, and similarly you will have a portion that's going into Bitcoin. But I don't think when people put their investor hat on, unless you are an investor who believes in a doomsday scenario, you will put all your money in gold or Bitcoin. you know Everyone else will pretty much want to be a traditional investor and put their money into income producing assets where they're producing a yield.
Yeah. So this is one big driver, Javier, is crypto wanting diversity, and that's where we provide that to the real estate to the crypto world, and vice versa. The easy flow of crypto into real estate and back and forth. So number two is is real estate itself is very aspirational. This is even without crypto, people want to get involved in real estate. And that's the fractional part. We have fractionalized it, we have democratized it. No longer can it's only the rich of the world can buy homes in New York and in Miami and in Spain or in Italy. Anybody can go and buy this. They're not buying the full home, but they're buying a fraction. So I always joke, if you're sitting around a dinner table and there's one guy that keeps boasting, I have this villa off the Amalfi Coast, and you can say, you know what, I have a villa as well on the Amalfi Coast, and I have a villa in Goa and in Vietnam. So I think one secondary part of how the driver is people wanting to have get into real estate, and this is even without crypto. So we do allow even fiat currencies to get on board. We're allowing that as well.
Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. Going back a little bit to what you said before, that if there's a sort of decentralized REIT, REIT for our viewers, that stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. Um, so basically, in the traditional one, you just put money allocated there, and the trust will manage it. And within that portfolio, the trust will own different kinds of real estate, and then the investors will get a return. That's how traditional it is. Now, from what I've seen, decentralized, it would work the same thing, but applied to blockchain. The question is, if in the actual ownership of the real estate, is that still like a trust figure, which will be FOHO?
Yes, it will be, but Roshan can give you more details. But yes, it is finally a trust. But only thing with the difference between a REIT and a D-REIT, in the REIT, a portfolio manager decides what is in your basket,
Yeah.
right? You decide, Javier, I don't like this property in Bangalore that this REIT has. You can't get out of it. You have to either get out of the whole REIT, or you've got to just stick with the basket of properties in there. Now, with our model, you can go, and if you got 10% of the people on your side, you can start an application to be considered for that REIT to sell that property, right? For that property to be sold. And if you get 51% shares or 51% of people in your favor, that property gets sold. So the community decides what stays, what doesn't stay, right? And the community votes. So each property is decentralized. So this is the big difference.
Okay. Okay, that part is clear.
Mm.
Thank you for that. We clearly understand that, and also you already explained a little bit about the problem that was existing, and how you managed to find a solution, and this applied to blockchain.
Yes.
Uh, so that part is clear. Now, what I usually like to ask the project with their interview is an elevator pitch. Imagine we just bumped into in the elevator, Vijay, and me, without knowing much about real estate. Uh, how would you explain your whole project to somebody within 2 minutes?
Okay, so the elevator pitch here is, for less than $10,000, where for $10,000 you can't get a broom closet in New York or in Toronto. For $10,000 you can buy one 10,000 of a fraction of an apartment overlooking Central Park. You can own 1/10,000 of a ski chalet in British Columbia. You can own 1/10,000 of a villa in Goa. You can own 1/10,000 of a cell phone tower in Kenya. So it's not just residential; it's commercial as well. So all of this can be bought, and you can on ramp existing, cryptocurrency, fiat, all of this onto it. So that is the elevator pitch. Anybody can buy real estate anywhere in the world, and truly democratizing it. You could be anywhere in the world, but you can buy real estate. Obviously, there are checks and balances. Like if you are not an Indian citizen, you can't buy Indian agricultural real estate.
Yeah.
So that's the platform takes care of some of that. But overall, otherwise, if you meet the criteria, it is a KYC platform. So you need to make sure that you meet those criteria in those geographies.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for that. To our viewers, please remember you can drop us any comments in the chat. We would love to hear from you, all the questions you have. And also, very important, if you want to learn more about this project, please visit FOHOcoin.com. There you're going to have a lot of information. You will be able to see the properties of the project, who's the team behind. We really encourage you to visit this page. If you want to dig a little bit more and actually see all the offers that they have, you can visit letsfoho.com. And if you allow me right now, I would like to share the screen in which we will be able to see that the actual villas, the actual real estate that you have here. You can have here in Goa, several of them beachfront, fully furnished apartments, villas, side beaches, completely furnished. And here is actually showing in my local currency. So it's even personalized. So with this, I wanted to show that there's actual real estate behind this, and when you can invest at the moment right now. Difference from several other projects out there, there's just simple a coin, a token. This actually has a substance. It's a utility token. It's a project. You're dealing with real estate, which if you see across different asset classes, real estate is one of the best ones to invest in long term, and one of the safest one as well. So when I see it's a great mix between the blockchain and the real estate as an investment class. So with that said, again, to our viewers, please also make your due diligence. Check the project. Visit FOHOcoin.com in order to get more information. So I think this is really like a quite ambitious, quite a very good and innovative project. And I think you do have a video for us.
Yes, we do. And if you can kindly play that for us, Javier.
Okay, let's have a look at it.
The world of real estate is exciting, intellectually challenging, and full of opportunity, but typically favors larger investors with an ability to invest large amounts. FOHO is here to widen the opportunity of real estate with fractional ownership. Let us now hear from the founders.
My name is Vijay Thomas, and I am one of the co-founders of FOHO. FOHO is true democratization of real estate. With FOHO, anybody, anywhere in the world can now access real estate and can buy and sell real estate with a click of a button. This is something that's never been possible in the past, and FOHO really makes it simple.
Hi, I'm Roshan, co-founder of FOHO. Our platform brings together the world of technology and real estate, opening up possibilities for everyone to invest in managed properties across the globe. The platform uses the power of smart contracts, social proof, and decentralized finance to make real estate investing accessible, affordable, and simplified for everyone anywhere in the world. Post our initial listing on August 15, 2021, we've taken the platform live on letsfoho.com, and the price of the FOHO coin has performed as expected. Let's FOHO features fractional real estate opportunities today in India, Sri Lanka, and Canada, with more new properties to launch shortly in other key markets in the Middle East, Europe, and North America. We like to call FOHO a decentralized REIT, one that you can construct yourself.
With a REIT, a portfolio manager decides what kind of properties are in the basket that constitutes the REIT. But in FOHO, the end user can decide what's in their basket and can pick and choose properties to fit their basket. And this could be properties across, residential asset classes, commercial asset classes in different geographies, all of which is possible with FOHO.
Hi, my name is Ajit Khurana and I am the Chief Evangelist for FOHO. Quite likely you have heard about it already, but if you have not, then let me tell you that the FOHO ecosystem, which resides on letsfoho.com, allows you to participate in a democratic fashion in the real estate business. So earlier, opportunities that were only available to the rich or the super rich are now available to you and me also. The FOHO ecosystem is driven by the FOHO token, which not just enables you to purchase the real estate, but additionally allows you to gain perks and benefits on the letsfoho.com website. FOHO was started in August 2021 and was first launched on the BitBNS website exchange, and I think that thereafter it has grown from strength to strength. Soon they are coming up with an IEO, an initial exchange offering on LATOKEN. If you think that this is an opportunity that fits you right, do not miss out on it.
Let's FOHO. I like that. I like that saying. Good. Very professional presentation. Congrats. Okay, now that we know about the project itself, you obviously have a token, right? The FOHO token. Now, how does the token get involved in the whole project and ecosystem?
Very good question again, Javier. The FOHO coin is almost like an early adopter model that we kind of got out there. These are people who support the project. We have more than 15,000 FOHO coin holders already. So based on our initial exchange offering on BitBNS, so these are people who understand what the FOHO ethos is. They understand what we stand for. These are people who are our supporters, who have got on board. And how do they gain as they get on board? They on the FOHO platform. If you use FOHO coin as your currency, you get a 50% discount on the platform fees, right? So the platform fees, let's say, are 10%. If you buy it with FOHO coin, you get a 50% discount. You only pay 5% fees. So that's a huge benefit for FOHO coin holders. So there are also people that could just bet on FOHO coin. They could just invest on just the FOHO coin. They don't need to get into the real estate. Now, why does FOHO coin have value still? Is because the FOHO coin is essential to how the platform works. It's our internal currency. So we have entities within the FOHO Let's FOHO platform, like a seller. There's a sponsor. So if there's a sponsor that wants to sponsor a particular property, they have to stake 10% of the value of the property as FOHO coins. So,
Okay.
so more and more, as more and more properties come on board, the more and more FOHO coins will be used. And to just give you a number, our maximum volume of FOHO coins, a maximum that we can mint is 1 billion coins. The real estate market of the world is at least $100 trillion or more. So,
Hmm.
so we do see a point at which, even if we get a very small portion of the real estate market to fractionalize and to use the FOHO platform, there is going to be quite a bit of reason for people to buy FOHO coins. So that's two reasons there. One is, it is the lifeblood of the Let's FOHO platform, but also it is an investment vehicle, for people to kind of want to just keep it at one point. If they want to enter into the FOHO Let's FOHO ecosystem, they can get in there. So they can buy it if it goes up and down or whatever. We do think that there is a lot of upside, but depending on whatever they have, they can get in early. So I think that's an opportunity for people to get in early, and then if it goes up, then your properties that you buy are going to be cheaper.
Okay, thank you for that information. Yes, and then the benefits for the investors is clear,
Yes.
as we spoke about it. It just goes beyond the utility token, and in that sense, I also want you to say a couple of words of very good news
Mm.
that you're gonna have a second round of your IEO, and that is starting tomorrow.
Absolutely, yes. We want to thank LATOKEN for our first round that closed successfully. I think it was yesterday. And we now, those of you, congratulations to everybody that got in on the first round, because it was at a better price. The price is a little higher now, but I think it's still a great time to get on to the FOHO bandwagon, get almost at ground level. And there you go. Thank you, Javier. So just go to latoken.com. Is it? I'm sure, I think it's .com, but just Google LATOKEN, go in there, and yeah, it's latoken.com/IEO/FOHO.
Definitely. Again, for our viewers, this is the webpage within LATOKEN in which you can see the actual IEO, which again, the second round, it starts tomorrow. For our viewers, if you do not have an account on LATOKEN, please go to latoken.com, register as a new user. You only need one piece of documentation to create your account, and then follow latoken.com/IEO/FOHO. And then, as you can see here, you will be able to see all the relevant information you need about FOHO, in which you can see here, there's the problems, the solutions they came up. What is a decentralized REIT? You have, again, the video that we just showed. If you want to see it again and share it with your friends, you have statistics. It's basically all a summary for you to understand better what is FOHO and how it operates. Here on the right side, you see that the first round just finished. So you were lucky enough, participate well done. The second round starts tomorrow and lasts until 21st of January. So again, the early bird gets the worm. So please do your research. Go to latoken.com/IO/FOHO. We can have all the information. Down here, you have the token allocation. You have the tokenomics. You will see how it's distributed by percentage. Again, you have all the description about what is FOHO, what do they want to achieve, the ecosystem, and all the relevant information for you to make a wise decision. So please, again, go to latoken.com/IO/FOHO to find all this information. With that said, gentlemen, I would like you to explain a little bit about what makes your project different from other projects that might be related to real estate, so that investors can move forward and invest in your project.
Roshan, you want to take that? We kind of lost you in between there, so I had to hold forth quite a bit. So these are all your questions now.
Yes, yes. My apologies, everyone. I seem to be facing the quintessential issue in Asia with very poor reliability of the broadband. So please excuse me, and Vijay, you may have to step in again in case I go off for some reason or the other. But yes, Javier, so, essentially what we as FOHO are doing is putting a buy button on all those pretty real estate websites. As most of you may know, a lot of real estate investing is about seeing beautiful homes and uncovering great opportunities across the globe. But then, not being able to buy in 9 cases out of 10 because of the friction of investing globally in real estate and the paperwork and the ticket size and things like that. So, with FOHO, our aim is to make it fluid, very simple, and to give you that global set of opportunities at a click of your button and with a very e-commerce ish experience. So I would recommend that everyone visits letsfoho.com and actually see it in action. Put some, like, let's say, ether, BTC, or whatever in your MetaMask, and try to, sort of go through the experience of purchasing. And you may at the last stage decide not to purchase, but just experience the whole thing, and then see how simple and how fluid we've made it. And then, kind of imagine, that fast forward 10 years, if you feel that you will continue to be investing in global real estate in the way it is today, or whether you expect it to be the way that Let's Foho has it out there.
Mhm. Thank you for that, Roshan. And touching base on what you just mentioned about fast forwarding, I would like to ask you about the roadmap. Where do you see the project is going to be in the next 3 years?
So in the immediate future, we are focusing on the launch of the FOHO app and the marketplace, and the rollout across a few key geographies like the United Arab Emirates, Europe, and the United States, which are some of the most vibrant real estate investing markets globally. So that's what we're doing for the rest of 2022. In the next 3 years, as I said, we expect to be the buy button on every pretty real estate investing website. So we expect that, in 3 years time, when you go to Facebook and you have Facebook groups on investing in real estate, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
them may have a FOHO button, on them. And similarly, if you go to realtor.com, we feel that you will have realtor.com and you'll have a FOHO button on every listing. So that's our goal. We expect to distribute FOHO and make, let's FOHO a verb. And pretty much whenever you want to have, invest in global real estate, you should see a add to your FOHO cart kind of button next to that listing.
Yeah,
Okay.
as people said, let's Google it. We want to make this a verb, okay, which goes beyond just the technology part of it. We want to be a part of people's, lives. Let's invest. Let's FOHO. Let's make sure, or I see a good property, say, can we FOHO this, right? So we need to make sure that we get people FOHOing stuff around the world. So I think that's
Yeah,
where I think we want to become
absolutely.
ubiquitous.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And there are so many, I mean, the world's such a beautiful place, and a lot of things don't get created because, there's so much friction for the true believers to sort of to help in the creation of the asset. So, let's say I was hearing a phenomenal pitch recently where, the Hollywood star Edward Norton, he's been a long time supporter of the Maasai tribe in Kenya. And he's actually raising money to for the Maasai to build a resort for themselves. And today, through FOHO, people from across the globe will be able to kind of say that, yeah, we want to support the Maasai, and we feel that they need to own, I mean, there's so many properties owned by people like me or you, Javier and Vijay, in Kenya, where we have no connection to the place. So, if if there's an authentic resort run by the Maasai tribe, and they know the land like for generations, then people are pretty sure that the property will do well, and it will make income, and it will provide sustenance, and they should be able to support that through a global investing platform.
Okay, great, great. That's really interesting. And as you said, Roshan, a little bit earlier, then you do plan to have a geographic expansion in regards to the real estates that you're offering. Even though I could see that
Yeah.
most of them now is around Goa based. So can you once again remind us in the next, let's say, couple of years, which are those new markets in which you'll be offering real estate then?
So we have a lot of this outlined in our white paper, and in the
Hmm.
white paper we've already launched the first three key destinations where we have real estate in Canada, Sri Lanka, and India, and we're very shortly going to launch, United Arab Emirates, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and the United States. We've also got, like, the other frontline markets like Australia in the near roadmap, launching very soon. So these are not in the years, but in the months ahead, you will see them on FOHO.
Oh, that's really good. That's really interesting. So basically, to our traders, in case you would like had to have exposure to real estate and form your own portfolio, but use a token, then this can be a very interesting opportunity to diversify. Thank you
Absolutely.
for.
Absolutely, yes. So this is, I think, overall, as the crypto market evolves, as it matures, as it expands in size, I think there is a need for people to ensure that there is diversity, and I think, and it's simplified, on ramp, off ramp to get on and off between different asset classes. I think that's exactly where we come in.
You see some interesting questions out there. Sorry, Javier, I can't hear you.
Javier, you had
Very
gone
sorry.
over.
I'm going to start putting some questions. One question we have is: do you plan to FOHO even an island? As we know, there's several islands you have in the Philippines. You have across the Mediterranean. Would it be possible to rent an island?
It's
Absolutely, yes,
possible.
yes,
It's
yes.
possible, yeah, yeah. But the thing is always, is there demand? And there are many islands which, just conceptually are an island, but there are many other islands which are great tourism destinations too. So, for instance, we are considering an island in the Pacific, which is also the home to a very beautiful resort, and is also home to a casino. And so it produces significant income, and it has the support of the sovereign nation, and because it's a vital asset in that country's tourism economy. So those assets we are very eager about, where we have a real estate, we have a flagship property, we have tourism, we have a gaming license, and there's lots of things that can spin out cash from that kind of an asset. An island which is in the middle of, let's say, off the coast of the United States, and it's really cold and not accessible, and there's nothing on the island, maybe we're not very interested in that.
Yeah, but again, it's not Roshan or Vijay who decides this, right? And this is where it's truly
Yeah.
decentralized. A seller and a sponsor can bring this investment thesis and an idea to the FOHO platform and say, hey, we've got this island off the coast of the Philippines, off the coast of Alaska. Here is my investment thesis why we should buy this. It's dirt cheap right now. Same way as Alaska itself, the Russians sold it to the Americans many years back. This is going to expand in value, going to become very much more expensive in some time. If there are enough takers for your investment thesis, people will buy your property, and then it goes live. but you need to get that minimum, subscription for it to go live. So if your property that you bring to the platform, again, it's a marketplace, so we don't bring the properties. The properties are brought in by the sponsors and the sellers.
Mhm, mhm.
When they bring it on board, and if they get enough people subscribing, yes, why not? They can bring anything they want to. Now, but they have to convince their people that will sell, that there
Yeah.
is some value in it.
Okay, I understand. Thank you very much. So yes, it is possible. And what I've seen, for example, in the Caribbean islands, you have a lot of developments right now.
Yes.
And that is, well, you're not obviously offering the island, but a property in the island, which can have even more potential. I've seen that you have a lot of followers, a lot of love coming your way. So that's always good to hear. It's always good to see. We have one other question. I don't know if you have the statistics to answer this one. It says, what amount of tokens were sold in round one of the IEO? And did you achieve the raising goal?
Mhm. So I think we're I don't think we're putting that out there, the numbers of what we exactly raised. But I think there's two goals here. One is the actual goal of the raise itself, but more importantly, La Token for us is we were until now on an exchange which was BitBNS, which was only in India, which kind of restricted our investor class to just India, and some people who had got KYC'd on the India platform. So with La Token, we've now opened this up to the world at large. Anybody anywhere in the world can quite easily buy and sell on La Token. So I think in that sense, we've met our goal. The actual raise itself is something that we're I think there's always on the raise, you always want to possibly have raised more, but I think that's part of
Yeah, we could say mission achieved. And again, to Joe, who raised this question, I'd like to remind him that the first round ends today. The second round starts tomorrow. Okay, so very important also to take action. We have time just for one last question. It's a very brief one. I hope you can answer like very brief. Can I buy part property in rupees also?
Yeah, yes, you can. So um, uh, the letsfoho.com website supports various fiat currencies, and the Indian rupee is one of them. We are, and we are of Indian origin, as you can see, and quite a few properties are in India. So, in fact, there are certain properties which will come out, which only Indians can invest in because of the laws around property ownership in India. So you're welcome, Shubham. Check out letsfoho.com, and you can participate in some of these beautiful properties. And if you are from India, when you see the properties, you'll immediately understand what a great deal they are and how they've been strategically chosen and how they have great management in place.
Thank you, Roshan, for
And
that.
I think Javier also took you through the sheet. You can it our Let's Go website converts automatically to whatever the local currency is. So we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
charge you in whatever currency your whichever geography you're in. In most
it
cases, we
does.
support
I
global
can
currency.
I can confirm that. I saw it in my local currency, so that is accurate. One, okay, so basically that has been it. Thank you very much. We do have more questions. Unfortunately, we don't have time. So I do think Vijay and Roshan, you might be more than welcome for another interview in which we will dedicate more time. We could collect more questions for audience because I
Javier,
see there's been.
what I
Oh,
would also suggest is people can visit Let's Foho on Twitter, and on our Twitter page, you can also see our Telegram group. And it's the link to join the Telegram community, and happy to take some questions out there too. There's always someone from the team who's there to assist investors and people who just are curious and want to know more. Feel free to just ask your queries in the community out there, and me and Vijay are both very active on that, and we are happy to engage with you there.
Thank you for that information. So, to our viewers, let's FOHO.com. You can reach the founders and you can reach the whole team in case you have any queries. And once again, I would like to remind everybody that the second round of the IEO starts tomorrow. You can get to know more about the project. Visit please latoken.com/IEO/FOHO, as you see at the bottom of the page. It's your responsibility. You have to educate yourself about the project. All the necessary information is there, and you can have direct contact with the project in their Telegram group. So please take action now. With that said, Vijay and and uh, and gentlemen and Roshan, thank you very much for being at the show with us today. We do hope to have you again. Whenever you have any new development, new properties, we would love to see that. So again, we appreciate your time. To our viewers, thank you very much for your comments. We do have more questions. Unfortunately, due to time, we could not fill them, but I hope in our next interview, then we can approach all the questions.
Yes, thank you, Javier, and everybody out there. Let's FOHO.
Let's FOHO.
Thank
I
you,
like that.
Javier, and apologies everyone for my intermittent internet connection. Great participating with the LATOKEN community, and look forward to having you all see us on Twitter on Let's FOHO and joining us on the Telegram community. Thank you.
Okay, Vijay, Roshan, thank you very much for sharing with us. Thank you for our audience. Have a great reminder of the day. Appreciate it. Goodbye.